Yo, welcome to this first video in this series of Austin trying to get Shopify clients. Want to create this just to share kind of what goes into myself getting Shopify clients, more on like the cold outreach side. Something similar to what I did when I was outreaching to like Upwork projects. This is a little bit more kind of cold outreach through email, so it's not through Upwork, but it's something similar that I would have done if reaching out to projects through Upwork. So this is a local Shopify brand that I was actually shared the Shopify site of when I was in chats with a new Shopify site build. So this was like an inspiration someone shared to me. And I noticed they were one in Minnesota, which automatically makes it like a direct, common mutual area for both of us, myself being in Minnesota and they are also based in Minnesota. And then second, they had a missing component of their e-commerce store that I see very consistent when viewing other very popular, successful e-commerce stores, but also when I'm building my own e-commerce stores. I also highly recommend this. And I'm going to scroll through the site and see if you can maybe guess kind of what they're missing, and I'll tell you at the end. So this is their homepage. I'm clicking through to their collection page. The site itself is pretty, cut and simple. Nothing too complex here with their brand. Everything's pretty simple here. So they're definitely more like a rugged leather type of feel with their brand. And they are actually like handcrafted leather products. So it's a really cool brand. They have a really good organic audience on Instagram. I'm not sure on TikTok or any of the other social platforms, but I hope they're putting out some content there. But the thing they're missing on their site is actually reviews, a review system. And that's essentially what I'm going to be proposing to this Shopify brand to help them with. So there's no reviews for their products. There's no reviews even underneath the products, showcasing how much people love their products, especially for someone that's maybe like a first-time buyer. I can see that it can help a ton to have Shopify reviews because that at least builds credibility with someone that's new to the brand. They've never purchased before. It at least gives them that assurance that their order is going to be worthwhile and they're not just being gypped for like money for maybe like a cheap product that is not even like actual leather. So that really comes and helps with the review side. So the steps I would take to essentially try to get this brand as a client is I would go directly to the contact page. I like to take extra steps when trying to get a client. So I first looked up their names on Instagram. They're a older couple, so I believe the husband, this is kind of like a couple duo. So the husband doesn't have Instagram. It's more just on the business side. The wife does. I'm not going to reach out to him personally on Instagram. Doesn't really feel like their thing. If they were younger, I probably would reach out to them on Instagram just to get more of that direct response connection to them. In this case, I'm just going to send an email to this one listed here. So what I did is I actually wrote out an email that I would send to this brand. I'll show it right here. You can pause the video if you want, take a look. I put this through ChatGPT and actually had them rewrite an email for me. This is its rewritten version. So I copied and pasted that into the email, and that's going to be the email that I sent to them. A few things I think is super important. Be personable in the first sentence, first paragraph really of the email. Include references to work you've already done. Basically propose what you're trying to do for them. And then also just make it very clear that you understand your time is valuable. You're willing to set up a quick 30-minute connect with them if you want. And you've also put together a proposal for them, which I have right here, which I'll kind of walk through it with you as well. So this is the proposal system I use called Quiller. And this is the proposal I've created for this brand. So it's a pretty simple project, just straight to setting up an Okendo Shopify app. The app itself is simple, but is a larger the brand is, the more complex a setup of an app can be. So this is kind of my quote for this brand specifically because it's more of a one-time project. And of course, if you have reviews from other clients, make sure to show those as well. So that's everything that I'm going to send to this brand. This is kind of my first series of trying to get Shopify clients as a Shopify freelancer. Hope to put out maybe a follow-up to this video if they do want to accept it. I'll kind of show the steps there. But thank you for tuning in this video. If you have any suggestions on other videos you'd like to see me make, please leave them down in the comments.